The saying in the industry has always been content is king. And consumers, for the most part, will crawl all over themselves and try to learn new technology and learn new tricks to get to good content. I mean, consumers have been very forgiving of some of the mistakes of the industry. If you think about like a VOD on a cable box where you can download it to that box and pay a good price for it, but you can't use it on any other box. And consumers have still purchased. Consumers are quite happy with their Apple products, which only really let that content play on other Apple products. And they're delighted to pay top dollar for an Apple product that will only play. So consumers will do a lot of things if it's easy to use, if the content's good. What we'd like to do is make it easy to use for a lot of different devices and make that content move from devices from different brands without ever compromising the content owner's right to make money. But the content owners have come a long way in that shift too. That there was a time where they, I know a very specific movie company who said, "Oh no, when you scratch your DVD, we're quite happy that you have to go buy another one. When your kid puts it, peanut butter and the DVD into the DVD player, and that's great by us. Go buy another one." That's fine by them, but now they're realizing, no, people want some assurance that if I buy this piece of content today, it will play on my big screen TV, my laptop, my phone. And I'm willing to pay a fair price for that, but I'm not willing to pay 3 fair prices for that.
And of course, from the content owner's point of view, so long as he's sure that the rights to it are protected throughout that chain.
If the rights are protected throughout that chain and they got a fair price, and the consumer, the consumer spoke up, and there was a lot of piracy and a lot of reaction to how things were being distributed in the new electronic market. You had to, the devices were in silos, it only worked in one specific place, and consumers didn't like that at all, so some piracy arose. So the content owners have realized if they make it possible to move it from device to device, the consumer, and make it convenient, the consumer is willing to pay. If you make it so easy that you see a piece of content, you hit a button and it's purchased, that's far easier than figuring out how to rip a DVD or whatever other form of piracy you're going to learn to do. It's the same reason we have the candy and the rag magazine stacked up at the counter at the grocery. If it's right there and you just grab it, well, you might throw it on your belt. If you had to go searching for that junk, you'd never find it, and you'd never buy it. Well, same thing's true of great content. If it's just so easy to purchase and at a fair price, you'll always purchase it. You'll never figure out how to steal it.
So you can see micropay being an important part of this new kind of ecosystem.
I do. I think having relationships where your accounts are all stored and you can just press a button and it's yours, and it's very clear what you're paying for it, I think will really. We've seen that in other. If you look at iPhone apps, for example. These little $2 and $3 apps are selling like mad because it's so easy. You want something. I just landed and I wanted something that showed me around the London Underground. I bought something called, I can't remember what it was, but it did exactly that. It gave me a map, I told it where I was, and it told me and I spent my £5 and I'm done. And I didn't even think about it because boy did it do me a great service. Well, the same thing's true of a great movie on a Friday night. Am I going to run to the store and find it at the rental place? Am I going to run to Walmart or to Dixon's and try to purchase it? Or am I just going to hit, buy it? As long as I have the confidence it'll work on my devices, I'm happy to pay a fair price for it.
And that kind of transactional ability and billing and fulfilling it for the content owner will all be part of Liquid Guide in its full form, so to speak, in a full fat form, so to speak.
Yes, we're not going to actually handle the transactions. We're going to enable the services who do handle transactions to have a marketplace within Liquid. So for example, if you are a customer of Netflix in the US, and we were to have a relationship with Netflix, then you'd enter your Netflix account information and you pay your $20 a month, and you can just rent all you want with a click of a button, and that's, there is no transaction there because you're paying $20 a month. If you're a customer of Blockbuster or of Amazon, it's a per movie purchase. So still you'd have your account information entered, but you'd say, yeah, I'm willing to pay $9.99 for this, to own this, or $3.99 to rent it, or whatever it is. And all that account information, you set it up once, but you use many. You just use it over and over again. So, but they handle that transaction. You wouldn't ever call us and say, no, you double billed me. You'd call them because that's who you...
So you're providing a gateway to their shop in each case.
Exactly. So what our recommendation engine will say, this movie we think you'll like, because it's got your favorite actor and it's a genre you like, and it looks like, we'll know you're currently an Amazon customer, and we'll say, hey, it's available for on Amazon for this amount. And if you choose to say, show me other places where it's available, we might show you it's actually available from Netflix for $9.99 a month,
right,
if you want to do that. And we might bring you to a new service that you haven't used before. But your first choice will be the one you've always already used.